Kokomi announces ban on the proposed reconstructions of recently demolished Manipur Rajbari in Shillong, while full-scale replica of Rajbari may be built near the original site. World Meteor Organization highlights the significance of 15 October 1949 in the history of Manipur through academic and factual discussions. People staged protests demanding justice for Dr. Asim Rita, retired women's physiotherapist who was brutally murdered at her residence by unknown persons yesterday. All Manipur School Students Transporters Association Secretary Jimmy Tongguram appeals to immediately stop making monetary demands to private schools transport providers. And Manipur launches second phase of National Deworming Day campaign aimed at protecting children and adolescents from intestinal worm infections. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Colonel Sambanduram, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now the news in details. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity Kokomi announces a ban on the proposed reconstruction of the recently demolished Manipur Rajbari at Redland, Shillong. Kokomi stated that while the full-scale replica of the Rajbari will be built near the original site, the demolished remains must be preserved in their present state as historical evidence of the demolition. Kokomi maintained that authorities may build a replica near the spot where the original structure stood and demanded that parts salvaged from the original buildings must be saved and preserved as heritage objects to serve as proof that authorities demolished the historic building. Speaking to media at Kokomi Lamphel office today, convener Khuraijam Athoba said demolition of Manipur Rajbari, which is an integral part of the history of Manipur, is considered a deliberate move to eradicate Manipur's history. He said that the building stood as the living embodiment of the historic merger of Manipur in the Indian territory. Athoba also mentioned that there are apparent signs of miscommunication and failure of taking ownership between Planning Department and Art and Culture Department. He continued that rebuilding the structure from the ground up will never hold the same cultural and historical significance as the original structure and demanded authorities to call off its plans to build the entire structure the same as the original and instead preserved and protect the historic place, as this will be the initial step to bring justice to the people whose sentiments have been hurt by the demolition.
And demands for necessary actions on the following: that the process of reconstructions planned by the government should be executed as a full-scale replica of the original Manipuri Rajbari building at a separate site, while the demolished remains of the original structure be preserved in their existing state. This dual approach will serve as a powerful testament to how the state has attempted to dismantle the living symbol of Manipur's contentious historical and political transition. Kokomi appeals to the people of Manipur that 8 October, the day the demolition was completed, must be marked as a day of mourning and remembrance, marking the destruction of the historic site that embodied the political and constitutional relationships between Manipur and India.
World Meteor Organization WMO held a public meet today at JN Manipur Dance Academy on the significance of 15th October 1949 in the history of Manipur. WMO General Secretary Longjam Samson said 15 October 1949 can never be erased from Manipur's history. He noted that on September 21st, 1949, Maharaja Bodhchandra was coerced into signing the merger agreement at Manipur Rajbari, Shillong. This led to Manipur's merger into the Indian Union on October 15, 1949, resulting in the loss of its constitutional independence. Samson emphasized that the event marked a turning point in Manipur's political, social, and cultural trajectory. He said that the session aims to examine the historical significance through academic and factual discussions. Retired Manipur University History Professor Dr. Naurem Joykumar, Human Rights Defender MC Maite, Dhanamanjuri University Assistant Professor Dr. Arambam Noni, Assistant Professor Dr. Malem Ningthauja and WMO President Arambam Nunglend Luang gave resourceful insights on the topic.
Masi hangkana yengakanda akhoi adugi mamangda kamaina nusi chanana Manipuri singse leminaramge haibado adudo amuhana khanghanaba haibata aduga akhoi karam status aduga malengi thakta leiriba akhoi gi miyoibagi punsiron asiga akhoi gi Manipuri gi punsiron asiga manaribra aduga mainland India singna akhoi da yengliba miyeng sing asi chumlibra akhoi gi mathakta haibata akhoi na mataukamna akhoi gi oibe standard of lifestyle do pura kanda India gi state ama oiba taragadi India gi state ani gi marakta khenaba leitaba miyeng yenghanabagi wakhalon adusu pusanjara kanda matamda leiramba Manipur gi ningtambadugi puwari do akhoi Manipuri Kunaisina, Hangbangam Davatarasu, Madu, Hangana Yanglakanda, Ipai Pusin, Sanamba, Atawasina, Katok Pirambasindo, Nainarakanda, Aikogi, Puari, Kangakanda, Aikoina, Karamba Manipur, Magi Manglan, Manga the Gedoga, Karamba, Society or Hangadage, Manipur, Kundamina, Manipuri Singimarta, Kamina Sisana, Lagadage, Hibagi, Poto Lak, Oisanu.
Government of Manipur has constituted a monitoring and supervision committee to oversee the reconstructions and resonation of the historic Manipur Rajbari in Shillong. According to an order issued by Mahot Department, the committee will monitor, oversee and coordinate with stakeholders to ensure quality compliance, heritage conservation and timely execution of the project. Mahot Director Ngangom Uttam is chairman of the committee. Deputy Secretary of Art and Culture Department Sunanda Thokjom has been appointed as the member secretary. Other members include Deputy Secretary GAD Clara Konsoni Fimu, Superintendent Archaeology K. Saikanta Sharma, and Executive Engineer 1 PDA Manipur Ngangom Dilip Maite. The committee will function as per the terms of reference enclosed with the government order. United Clubs of Yeskul and Yeskul, the Punba Maira Lub staged a protest today at Yeskul Chingakamd Leidak Machin, condemning the brutal murder of a 65-year-old retired RIMS physiotherapist Dr. Asim Rita. Taking part in the protest, United Clubs of Yeskul, the Vice President Chingakamd Jamuna, said the daylight killing of Asim Rita inside her home has sparked fear and panic among local residents. She urged authorities to apprehend the culprits at the earliest. Asim Rita, wife of Asim Munindro, was found dead at her residence around 4 p.m. yesterday. Preliminary reports suggested that she may have been murdered by unidentified persons.
सरकार की साइटेजु अथुबा मतमदा मिहाट पजे पुथोरकपदा मतेंग पांगबिनाबाना मीडिया की थोंगदा खोइना हाइजरी अखोइ सुकुम्बा थबक असे यामना की तुजुंबा हौजे हौजे अखोइ याम वाराबा टाइमिंग जु ओइरि लेबा की ओइरिबा इरांग जिगी मरक सिदा अखोइजे लैता लाइराबा तनिक तनिकबा साम वानरिङै टाइमिंग जिदाबु सुमाइना युम अमदा नुपी अमबु मखुचु कैसु हनबजु ngमरोइदबा अदुसु मयुमक्तदा चंगगा सुमाइना तमथिना याम साथीबा मवोंगदा सारम चचटबगी मवोंगदा तौरगा सुमाइना तौबिरमबजे अखोइ अजुगी matik pende aduna mase athuba matamda mari leina basingna mihar padu athuba matamda puthokbinaba mari leina basingna ju mateng bangbinaba na khoi mayangi mafamda media gi thongda khoi hanna na haijari.
Manipur Physiotherapist Association AMPA Manipur has strongly condemned the brutal murder of Dr. Asim Ongbi Rita, a retired senior physiotherapist at RIMS Imphal West and former founder president of AMPA Manipur. Dr. Rita was found dead under suspicious circumstances at her Yeskul Chingakam Leidak residence on Monday evening. Press note from Secretary General AMPA Manipur Laisang Themt Romin Kumar said Dr. Asim Rita was known for her compassion, courage and dedication to the community. Her tragic death has shaken Manipur and eroded public faith in safety and justice. AMPA Manipur expressed profound sorrow and outrage over the loss of this highly respected and humble professional and appealed to higher authorities to ensure that the perpetrators are swiftly brought to justice. Secretary of all Manipur School Students Transporters Association AMSSTA Jimmy Tongboram appeals to various groups to refrain from making monetary demands to school van service provider. Speaking on the sideline of the 8th observations of AMSSTA Day held today at Development Committee Community Patsoi Part 2, Jimmy said people operating van service belong to the labor categories and different groups making monetary demands to people in this occupation is deeply distressing. He noted that there is a looming fear that people operating van services may cease operation if groups continued to make monetary demands, failing to acknowledge the appeal of AMSSTA. While RK Fortune proprietor Rajkumar Rameshwar observed that van service provider offer an important service in the society. AMSSTA President Mybam Kennedy, leaders, representatives of different organizations and current members of the association paid floral tributes to late members at the event.
Kraki claims are imung Puna what I see the group putting Maki, Holy Mating Lakum, even Gari Tauri Bakamusing, Imung Dipudia, the Shibuzuki, Mion de Pisapuga, Mating, Pang, Gadrana Dragon, I see you not Pabramon, Hakim, not Pabra, it's a yen of marketing the Ventoy and Yawla. Levaki, Chapanaba, Levaxi, Levanga, people, Activity or Yongani. Labor category the Lebanese, Kampir, Labaki, from Dongo, Sound of Tanguina, we the Tobuki Mo, with their Madam Tangi, the one new day, Yamatuna Madipo, Handopio, and I see Media Gutanda, Media from Savalo.
Unknown miscreants reportedly opened fire at the residence of Dr. Yumnam Lokendro, a retired senior dermatologist of Jenims at the Uripok Yambim Lekai under Imphal police station around 4:55 a.m. today. According to preliminary reports, the bullet struck the gate of the doctor's house. Family members alerted by the gunshot discovered the damage at the gate. Motive behind the attack is yet to be confirmed, though it is suspected to be linked to threats or extortion attempts. Following the incident, a team of Imphal West Commando personnel under the supervision of OCC H. Gunachandra inspected the site. Police recovered an empty M20 pistol cartridges during the operation. No arrests have been made and no one has claimed responsibility so far. A case has been registered at Imphal police station and investigations are ongoing. It may be recalled that about a year ago, unidentified individuals allegedly lobbed a bomb at the same residence over monetary demands. Meanwhile, the local staged a protest today condemning the recent firing at the residence of Dr. Yumnam Lokendro in Yaskud Yambim Lekai, Imphal West District. Members of Apun Banupi Loop Uripok Kumantim Lekai and Yambim Lekai Maning Leidak jointly held the sit-in. During the protest, Mairapaibi members and the Kaboklei condemned the incident and demanded those responsible to provide clarification within 3 days, emphasizing that such acts must not be repeated. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on the launching of second phase of National Deworming Day campaign in Manipur. We'll be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Aina khwaidagi pamjabase akhoi pabungna khangleirame
se Loktak water tank ni North East ki manungda Manipur na ihan hana saba food grade water tank ni masida 2 layers 3 layers makhal yamgre maru oina mase saksangda thakna chanaba isingda sije nau oina hairei
aina nongonda surprise am pigena toisiga
yam chawina sidia
ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯑꯄꯥꯝꯕꯁꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯎꯡꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯒꯤꯁꯤꯅ ꯆꯥꯎꯕ ꯍꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ?
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime English Bulletin, and moving on with our bulletin. Manipur today launched the second phase of National Deworming Day campaigns aimed at protecting children and adolescents from intestinal worm infections. Under the campaign, children aged 1 to 19 years are administered deworming tablets. The state-level launch was jointly organized by Directorate of Health Services Manipur and State Health Society, National Health Mission Manipur at IMA Heritage Hall, Lamphilpat. Speaking on the occasion, Director of Health Services Dr. N. Hemant Kumar highlighted that the campaign targets over 9 lakh children across the state. He emphasized that the National Deworming Day campaign is a biannual initiative designed to safeguard the health, growth and cognitive development of children. Dr. Hemant Kumar further stated that intestinal worms severely affect children's nutrition, concentration and overall well-being, and that public awareness is a key part of the campaign to prevent reinfection. State Nodal Officer Children Health Dr. A. Sylvia, Joint Director of Social Welfare Anjali Chongtham and Director of Education School N.G. Jogendra attended the event.
8 lakhs ki mathakta target tawjabani first round da pewari ja tawbi matamda handa kisna khoi gi 9 lakhs ki mathakta kena tawjabani angang ji akhoi matam wi deworming treatment je tawragadi moi da dakar level nutrient mangal liba til level gi lena se si gi lena si ngak thokani aduga angang sing masa phataba yade hadna khoina department mayam punjal laga tawjaba program ni koi kana ba lawsi aduga masa ma u phana koi achoba strongness an ma sagat minasi.
Widespread illegal gambling in valley areas since the last few weeks rises alarmed among various sections of society, with concerns that it could further strain the state's already weakened economy since the COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing unrest. Reports allege that instead of cracking down on these activities, some police and law enforcement personnel are collecting money from gambling operators and allowing them to run openly. Several sections have also expressed discontent on the misconduct of certain police personnel actively scouring localities seeking out illegal gambling operations to collect money. According to Impact News sources, relevant revealed that gambling, which had largely disappeared during the last 2 years of unrest, has resurfaced this festive season during Panthoibi Iratpa, Durga Puja and Hyangthangbor festival. Videos received by Impact News reportedly show policemen in uniform taking money from illegal gambling operators in Imphal East and Thoubal districts. Meanwhile, Imphal West District SP has issued a stern warning stating that any personnel found collecting money from gambling groups instead of stopping the activity will face suspension. Youth led grouped Youth Rise for Change Senapati met Deputy Commissioner of Senapati to raise concerns over alleged corruptions and discrepancies in the Jal Jeevan Mission JJM scheme. The group, citing RTI findings, claims serious irregularities and falsified data in the scheme's implementation. During the meeting at the DC's chamber, the DC assured an unbiased probe condemned fabricated reports related to the JJM scheme and expressed concern over delay by the PHED. She reaffirmed that every household in Senapati will receive water-tapped connections at the earliest. Youth Rise for Change Senapati emphasized their commitment to accountability and transparency in the centrally sponsored scheme JJM Senapati. In continuation of strengthening of forest protection measures of centre and state government, Additional Chief Secretary TCI Transport, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of the Forest Anurag Bajpai handed over Bolero campers and motorcycles to frontline staff of Forest Department. The handing over was held at Manipur Forest Training Institute, Luang Sangbam today. Anurag Bajpai handed over 15 Bolero camper and 20 motorcycles to different DFOs. Speaking on the occasion, Anurag Bajpai highlighted that onset of dry season ends prone to forest fires, and the vehicles handed over today will be of huge help in giving quick response in events of probable wildfires. He also appeals to the public to give quick information to authorities in the event of forest fire. Continuing its education outreach, YAI Foundation, in collaboration with Education Department at Mahatma Gandhi Government Junior School, Sorbonne Thingeld Laikai Uripok, Imphal West today. The session aims to nurture reading habits and spark creativity among young children through engaging stories narrated by foundation volunteers. Students were also encouraged to express themselves through writing and drawing activities. School head Mistress Y. Rose, teachers and students actively participated in the event. A similar program was held yesterday at Uripok Kamlangba Popular Primary School. Head Mistress C.S. Somola, teachers and students participated. Altogether, 35 students from the pre-primary to grade 5 took part in two-day activity, making the session both fun and educational. Winner of Mr. Deaf India 2025, Vairilo Lana, called on Governor J. Kumar Bhalla at Rajbari, Imphal today. Lana sought the governor's support to represent India at the Mr. Deaf International Contest in Genoa, Italy from November 28 to December 8, 2025. The governor congratulated him and praised his efforts to promote inclusivity, expressing confidence that Lana would bring honor to Manipur and the nation. Now the news from the world of sports. KKYC Kesamtong defeated CYC Chiningkond 6-4 in the 6th league match of the ongoing 14th Jadonang Memorial Football Tournament held under the aegis of Zelia Rong Football Association at Sai NERC Takil Ground today. While in the 7th league ground, CYDA Chingkolong and SSYC Siren ended in 1-1 draw. The tournament featured 36 teams divided into 12 groups. In today's match of the ongoing 30th Eld Sangeeta Devi Memorial First Division Football League, SKYC Sekmai and KYC Kurkult not emerge as victors in their respective matches. In the 16th league match of the Football League organized by Imphal West District Football Association under the sponsorship of Eld Sangeeta Devi Memorial Trust, played at Patsoi Pat to Pamyal Ground, SKYC Sekmai defeated BMSC Tobung Kok 4-0. Moreover, in the 17th league match, KYC Kurkult North defeated SJC Sangaithel Road 1-0. YACS School and KA and Kadangband will face off in the 16th league match on October 15. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin. But before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Kokobi announces ban on the proposed reconstructions of recently demolished Manipur Rajbari in Shillong, while a full-scale replica of Rajbari may be built near the original site. World Meteorology Organization highlights the significance of 15th October 1949 in the history of Manipur through academic and factual discussions. People stage protests demanding justice for Dr. Same Rita, retired physiotherapist who was brutally murdered at her residence by unknown persons yesterday. All Manipur School Students Transporters Association Secretary Jimmy Tongbrumj appeals to immediately stop making monetary demands to private school transport providers. And Manipur launches second phase of National Deworming Day campaign aimed at protecting children and adolescents from intestinal worm infection. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and always stay safe.